We're now going to begin our adventure into numerical series by reading in City of Houston employee data. So this is public data from all the employees that work for the City of Houston. So we're going to store this into a variable called emp. That's a data frame. It does have a single date column called hire date. So we're going to select the single numeric column, and that's what we're going to work with, which is salary. So I'm going to say salary is emp. We know how to do this, right? And let's just print out the head. So that's just going to extract this column, and we're going to assign it to a variable over here called sal. Let's verify that we do in fact have a series. We can pass it to the type function. We see that it is in fact type series. And before we call methods, we're actually going to look at the attributes. Some of this is review, so you should know how to look at the index. That's over here on the left-hand side. These are labels for each of the values. The values themselves can be accessed and will be output as a NumPy array. That's over here. Notice actually the last value is missing, so there are some missing values in this salary series. Now, these others are going to be new. So the shape is just the total number of values in the series. This returns a tuple, so it's a little confusing. This is not just the number 24,308. This is a tuple that has its one and only value of 24,308. The size attribute returns just the number of values, and then the data type, D type, this returns the data type of that column. So it is a float, as we see over here. We'll go a lot deeper into data types. So these are some of the core series attributes. If you have the documentation open of the series API that we opened up last time, you can see here that it begins with the attributes. So there's quite a few more attributes, but like I said, many of these are not really useful, or they're not really part of this minimally sufficient subset. So I would not really go into these right now. I've just shown you the main ones that you will use over and over again. So these are these right here. One other way to get the number of values in the series is with the len function. So len is just a globally available function. It's built into Python. So you just pass in sal like this. So this is common to see. I tend to use this because len of a data frame will get you the same exact number. Size actually will give you a different number for data frame. So we'll see that when we get to the data frame section. But I like to use this one. It's more consistent for getting the number of rows in a data frame, also just the number of values in a series. All right, so that wraps it up for this little section on the series attributes. So we're going to continue with this salary column. Right here, all we've done is selected it and looked at the attributes, and now we're going to move on to actually calling methods that do some sort of calculation and produce a new value.